I'm Kimmy Wilson, the creator of the Love Your Journey Pamper Box and products. Today I wanted to discuss the stages of grief with Roe. If you are anything like me, you are riding the waves of grief after hearing the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, something that has literally been in effect for 49 years. If you are unfamiliar with the 7 stages of grief, they consist of shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance and hope, and processing grief. Today, I want to unpack my stages of that grief and some you might be feeling after the overturn of Roe. My first was shock, as we all can imagine. You know, that moment when you get some news that's so unbelievable that your mouth is like hanging open. That was me for like a few days, and it took me a while to process that. And then I immediately rolled into denial. My mind went to, this isn't really happening. I thought this is something that's going to get fixed. Give it a couple of days. Like maybe the court got it wrong. The president's going to overturn it. There's no way they can possibly feel this way about women. And then I immediately went to anger. When the shock wore off and nothing had changed, I got pissed. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, as I know that there are ladies watching this that probably walked the streets to make this law to be formed in the first place. And I'm sure you're jumping up and down and being mad as hell like most of us. My mind went to that scene in Diary of a Mad Black Woman by Tyler Perry. You know, the one where she's been taking care of her husband and she flips homeboy into the tub because he's being ungrateful. If you haven't seen that movie, you gotta watch it. It's a great scene. She kind of takes back her power. But anyways, that's how I was feeling about the Supreme Court after that news. Next step is bargaining, and I don't really think I ever hit the stage of bargaining with it. But what I can say is that I don't really remember. If it did, it didn't stick out. But I did hit the spot of depression. I'm an emotional eater. That's my go-to. I know that's not healthy, but where my emotional eater's at, because that's me. I went straight to my comfort food, which is my tried and true. I'm a Southern girl, country fried steak, garlic mashed potatoes, and anything that was sweet, you name it, I was having it while washing it down with some Hulu binges of The Handmaid's Tale, which should feel like it's not reality, but it does, and that's sad. My next step, I can't say what I hit acceptance, but not the overturn of like, this is life. I realize that like it's sticking and this is what it looks like. And I have accepted the fact that this is a stage that needed to happen in order for us to overcome and highlight the flaws that are not working in our government, and that I can wrap my head around. And that led me to processing my grief, which is, okay, it's really happening. It's not being overturned. The way that I had hoped that it would go is not. And, okay, now I need to get back to work, right? Like I need to figure out what my advocacy, looks like and what I can really, do. So if you're rocking back and forth between that, between the stages of grief, I would love to know in the comments how you're feeling. And I welcome those who don't agree with me. I understand this is a safe place to be able to discuss. If you don't, I ask that we respect each other when we have those disagreements and those conversations in the comments. But I would love to know how you are taking care of yourself in the stages of grief that you might be feeling with the overturn of Roe v. Wade. Remember, if you like my vibe, please subscribe, and remember, self-care starts with you first. Take care, friends.